Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Jasmine Damayanti Della Zalianti. Today, I will tell you about a book called Little Woman. Let's jump into the story. One day, a small town in Massachusetts, North America, there was a family living in a small and poor house. The mother name was Mrs. March. Mrs. March had four daughters named Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy. All four daughters have a special name for their mother called Marmee, and her father's name is Mr. March. Mr. March worked away at the hospital for the army. One day, in the living room, Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy were knitting socks. Gathered in the living room, Meg and her sisters were chatting. Meg said, "We're poor." Beth said, "Yes, we are poor, but we are also lucky. We have mom and dad, and we have each other." In the evening, Mrs. March prepared dinner. Mrs. March received a letter, and Mrs. March called her four daughters together to read the letter from father. A few days later, on Christmas morning, each girl got one gift from their mom. They wanted to say thank you to Mrs. March, but Mrs. March was not there. There was plenty of food on the table, but they were still waiting for their mom. Finally, their mom came home. Meg, Jo, Beth, and Amy said, "Merry Christmas, Mommy." Mrs. March said, "Merry Christmas, little princess." At the dinner table, Marmee had something to say to her for daughters. There was a poor woman, Mrs. Hummel, who had 7 children. One of whom was a baby. The Hummels, whose is very cold and they have no food. Will you give them your breakfast?" But all her daughters were silent and all had their hunger. Then Jo said, "Yes, I will." After giving the food to Mrs. Hummel, and they ended up eating bread and milk for breakfast. In the evening, Mrs. March called her four daughters for dinner. There was plenty of delicious food on the table. The food came from old Mr. Lawrence, because he heard about our breakfast in the morning. Next to the small house of Mrs. March's family, there is a big house. The house belongs to Mr. Lawrence. Old Mr. Lawrence is old and very rich. Old Mr. Lawrence lives with his grandson. A few days later, Jo was sweeping her snow-filled yard. Jo looked at the Lawrence house and the grandson of old Mr. Lawrence looking out of the window. Old Mr. Lawrence's grandson looked sad and bored. Then Jo threw a snowball at the window. Old Mr. Lawrence's grandson looked and opened the window. Then Jo came to Lauren's house to give her a basket filled with apple and cake. Jo and Laurie chatted all afternoon. Jo talked about her family. Laurie talked about her life. Later, Jo went home. She told her mom and sister about Lauren's family home. Jo said, "Marmee, please let Laurie visit us." Marmee says, "Yes, dear." Lawrence family and Mr. March family got on well and they visited each other. Meg, Jo, and Amy all went to Lawrence's house. Meg liked plants. Jo and Amy liked books. But Beth does not visit Lawrence's house because she is very shy and afraid of old Mr. Lawrence. Beth likes music. The Marches have a piano, but it is old. One day, old Mr. Lawrence spoke to Mrs. March about your daughter being able to play the piano because old Mr. Lawrence had a nice piano and no one played it. The next day, Beth went to Mr. Lawrence's house. Beth started playing the piano for hours. After that, Beth went to Mr. Lawrence's house every day. One day, Beth was talking to her mom. She was wanted to thank Mr. Lawrence for being so nice. Beth came up with the idea of making knitted slippers as a token of gratitude. The next day, Beth walked to the riverbank. After that, Beth went home. At home, her sister was waiting for Beth. Beth was taken to the living room. In the living room, there was a beautiful little piano, and on the piano were letters. Then Beth read the letter to her mother and sister. It was Saturday afternoon. Meg and Joe put on their coats to go the theater with Laurie. Amy wanted to go, but Meg and Joe did not let her. Amy was very sad. The next day, Meg, Joe, Beth, and Amy were sitting in the living room. Suddenly, Joe ran to her room to look for her storybook, but it was not there. Joe asked her sister. Joe said, "Has Ion seen my storybook?" Max said, "I have not seen your book." Beth said, "No." Amy was very quiet and did not say anything. Joe said, "Where's my storybook, Amy?" Amy said, "I brought not it because you did not invite me to the theater yesterday." After the argument between Joe and Amy regretted her action. Amy cared, and that day Joe did not speak to Amy. The next day, the weather was cold. Next to March's house, there was a river that had turned to ice. Joe and Lawrence went ice skating. After that, Amy has the idea to chase Joe and Lawrence to apologize. Amy was skating in the middle of the river when the ice skate and Amy fell. They helped Amy. Amy faints and is taken to her room. Joe feels quality for Amy. After Amy regains consciousness, Joe and Amy become friends again. Winter passed and summer came. The next day, there was a letter for Joe. The letter was about a picnic. Joe and her sister were allowed to go to the picnic by her mom. The next day, they had a picnic with a basket of food. Joe, Laurie, Beth, and Amy are talking to Lauren's friends. Meg is reading a grammar book. Meg is struggling with some words. So John Brooke helps Meg. John Brooke is Mr. Lawrence's teacher and he is very quiet. One day, when Mrs. March received a telegram that her husband was ill, Mr. Lawrence and Mr. John Brooke to accompany her to see her husband, leaving her to downgrade at home. With her economic situation, Jo decided to sell her hair in order to help Mrs. March and her father. The next morning, Mrs. March reversed with John Brooke in Mr. Lawrence's carriage. During her mother's absence, Beth caught her scarlet fever from caring for the Hamel family baby and fall seriously ill. Meanwhile, Mrs. March takes care of her husband. A week later, Jo received good news from Mr. Lawrence that her father was on the mend. Later in the afternoon, Mrs. March came home. Meg and Jo immediately embraced Mrs. March. Amy was at Mrs. March's aunt's house. Mrs. March's aunt was an old lady. Every night, Amy had to read a storybook to her aunt. One night, Aunt March got a letter from Amy's mom that her mom had come home. Amy was happy to hear it. Finally, Christmas came. Everyone was happy because they got presents. In the afternoon, Laurie and old Mr. Lawrence came to the March family home. They brought presents. Everyone talked. Then someone knocked on the front door. Laurie went to the door. She was very excited because her father came. Then the girls shouted together, "Daddy!" All her sisters embraced their father. Em said, "This is the best Christmas present ever." Then everyone had Christmas dinner. After that, Lawrence and John Brooks' family went home. The next day, in the afternoon, Mr. John Brooks declared his love for Meg. They eventually agreed to marry, although they planned to wait until Meg was older and Mr. John Brooks could save up to buy a house. Thank you for listening to my story. See you next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.